And what's your story? That you can give sight to the blind?
I came into this world to give sight to those who cannot see. And to take away sight from those who can.
What do you mean by that? That we who are righteous are blind?
If you were blind, you would be without sin. But since you say we see,
Let us not be Pharisees and Sadducees in this generation, that we always demand signs from heaven for us to believe that Jesus is Christ. It's very hypocrite for us Christians to do that. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. There's no other way but through Him. For us to demand signs, it's us showcasing our poor faith towards Him. Now, many Christians today get weak, disappointed, down, and frustrated when their prayers are not answered, not knowing that it can be a redirection from God, or not knowing that God has better plans for them, not knowing that He's saving you from a disaster. It's very sad. It's very disappointing because it's one of the traits of the Pharisees and Sadducees. Only a handful of Christians who obey, follow, trust God, believe in God, regardless of the outcome, positive or negative, whether their prayers are answered or not, they follow Christ. It's only a handful of them. And this type of people never question God. They never question why. For me, asking why to our God is a blasphemy. For me, it's a blasphemy. Matthew 16 verse 1 to 4. The Pharisees and Sadducees came to test Jesus and they asked him, what is the sign of the time? The end times. That's what the Pharisees and Sadducees wants to ask Jesus. Now, knowing if Jesus answered them directly, if Jesus immediately answered their questions, surely 100% hands down, these Pharisees and Sadducees will follow Jesus, will leave everything and will follow Jesus, or even will persuade other people to follow Christ, knowing their hearts, knowing their intentions, and knowing Jesus who answers in parables to these types of people. Matthew 13 verse 13, this is why I answered them in parable, having eyes but cannot see, having ears but cannot listen or understand. Jesus answered them, when it's evening, you say the sky is good because the weather is good because the sky is red. And in the morning, you say it's stormy weather because the sky is red. You can interpret the appearance of the sky, but you cannot interpret the sign of times. Well, I understand that the Pharisees ask about the signs of times, but still they demand signs. And it's a very, very no when following Christ. Just trust your heart, have faith, do not ask anything about signs. For me, that's one of the qualities of a true Christian. Now, knowing about signs and knowing about our world today, many preachers doing different signs, doing this, saying that, they show signs of godlike signs. Now, be careful of the deception of this generation because it might lead you to a different way. It might steal your salvation. There are people who are wolves in sheep's clothing. All you have to do in these end times, I think not you, but all we have to do in these end times is grow our faith. That's the only thing we need to do. Grow our faith and be careful, be aware of the deception of the people, especially the preachers. Second, reading the Bible is important. Reading the Bible is very important for us to be not misguided by people who are reading the scriptures but deceiving other people. And I think that's we need to do in this generation. It's the only way for us to be saved. So let's not be Pharisees and Sadducees. God bless you. It's my first time making this long video. I am it's very hard, but I'm doing this for guys. I'm not doing this for likes. Although I'm checking my likes for small channels like me, checking the likes, the views. But this is a good platform for me to grow my faith towards Christ. Thank you for watching.